crystal gem candies. Hold on, listen to this crunch. Doesn't taste as good as it sounds, but it's candy, you know, sugar. Hello, it's me, Lena, and welcome back to my channel. I am so sorry for not posting on Saturday or Monday. Like I said, I do. But my husband and I are actually in Vegas for Shop Talk. If you don't know what Shop Talk is, neither do I. I'm just kidding. Now I know what it is, but I didn't know what it was before. It's basically an event where retail and e-commerce companies come together and just basically just network and schmooze. And my husband brought me because he was like, you are my lucky charm and we're going to be in Vegas. And I was like, okay, all right. I guess I'm going to Vegas. That's why I'm a little dressed up and fancy. Oh. So, to go with the theme of shop talk and business, we are going to be reading r/coworker stories. And I'm really excited. Let's begin. New hire got fired on day 1 for stealing all the coffee. How emboldened of a person do you have to be to sorry, did I spit on you? Do you have to be to steal all the coffee on day 1? I would still ask them, hey, can I have water? This really amused me. We hired this lady who, during her morning training process, seemed pretty high-strung, but nothing too hard to deal with. Oh my god. They're like, what would you say is your best quality? And she's like, you know, I'm just so high energy all the time. Midway through the day, we were in the break room and she gestured to 2 large full bags of Starbucks beans next to the coffee maker and asked everyone in there, whose are these? And someone responded, oh, those are free for anyone to use. The company buys coffee for everyone. And she said, oh, cool. I guess as she was leaving for the day, she took this very literally and put both bags of beans in her purse as she was going home. There was a hubbub the rest of the day as everyone was confused there was no more coffee. Eventually, it got put together, she took them. I think someone saw it happen. She came in today for 10 minutes, was called into the manager office, now she's gone. That's so funny. She didn't even have any coffee yet. She was just naturally high-strung. Someone said, if there's one quick way to inspire mutiny, it's to do a coffee heist. That is really funny. Next! She quit because of pizza. Like, how can you quit because of pizza? Context really does matter. There really is more to the story. My husband and I were just talking and he reminded me and I had to run to Reddit to post. I used to work at a salt production facility. You had one job. Put salt into a bag. It paid more than average for the area. You could listen to music, great benefits, great schedule. There was a woman named Seuss that was about 63 years old that worked there part-time. Everyone took it easy on her. We barely made her work. For her age and skills, also working part-time, she was making good money. Good money for putting salt into a bag. Where can I sign up? She would work Monday through Wednesday. One time the company ordered us pizza because we had high numbers. They gave us this pizza Thursday. Monday rolls around and Seuss heard about our pizza party. She was livid. She marched right to HR and told them it was unfair they serve pizza on Thursday because they know she doesn't work that day. The entitlement. To think that the company would revolve around you. You know what? I don't even blame Seuss. I blame the coworkers who spoiled Seuss. Why did you let her get to this point? She said that if they didn't serve pizza that Wednesday, she would quit. Wednesday rolled around and no pizza. She puts in her 2-week notice. The 2 weeks are almost up and Seuss can't find another job. She asked HR if she can stay. Girl, why go through all that trouble to, first of all, get so worked up over a pizza? Second of all, put in your 2 weeks notice. No, Seuss. Good luck finding a job. HR says no. Last thing I heard, she had to move back to her hometown on the other side of the country. She literally quit over pizza. That's really crazy. I cannot be that big back. What happened at your last job? Why did you quit? Oh, they didn't serve me pizza. And when I asked them to serve pizza, they still didn't, so I quit. You know what? Maybe I understand Seuss. I love pizza. Next! Coworker found me on a dating app and won't let it go. What do I do? I'm a female that works in primarily male-dominated field. I truly love my job. It's probably the best one I've had by far. Here's a coworker issue. One of my coworkers found me on a dating app. Well, he said his brother found me and asked him if he works with me due to my specification of the industry I worked in / my location. I wasn't working the day he made this discovery. Upon finding out I was on said dating app, he made it a point to let everyone know I was. I found it odd. Why should he or anyone... No! I literally charged this too. It's okay. It's more intimate this way. I then realized it was in a damn, she's desperate fashion. Ooh, come on, dude. Like, why are you acting like nobody is on dating apps? You're probably on a dating app. If it was like she was looking for someone on Craigslist, maybe damn, she's desperate fashion, but like everyone's on dating apps. He probably is interested. Not only is the workplace and field in general male dominated, but I'm more than 20 years younger than the majority of my coworkers, with the exception of the guy who spread the info and a couple others. I didn't care initially. I presumed it would blow over, but it indeed has not. He and a few others bring it up in a mocking or teasing way quite regularly. It really wasn't funny the first time, and it definitely wasn't the second, third, or fourth time. I want to highlight that the intention does not feel playful, but instead is delivered in a very demeaning way. I will occasionally get unsolicited advice on my appearance from the same coworker. I'm looking for advice on what I can do in this situation without turning it into an HR fiasco. I only plan to stay at this job until mid-2026. I want to make my next year enjoyable. As you should. This is like immature bull that you have to deal with in a professional work environment. What should I say next time he or another coworker brings it up? Something that will really embarrass them, perhaps? Any advice is appreciated. Thanks. I think you should say something along the lines of like, why do you keep looking at my dating profile, or why do you keep bringing it up? Do you want to date me or something? Like, forget everything I said. Top comment. Does your wife/girlfriend know you're so interested in my dating life? That's a good one. They're too interested, you know? They're probably into you because you're the only girl in the office, so it makes sense. But yes, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!